You are listening to men who have no authority. How can a man say that you are of low value after 35? How can a man say that you do not have the level of traction of a high-powered man when that man has got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral? Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. You got to be in a place where you operate in the authority of God. Look at another sister around and tell him, it's not that I hate men. Come on, look at another sister and say, I do not hate men. I just despise weak men. I despise cowardice men. I just ain't got time for men who are insecure about my gift. I'm not going to dummy down because of what God got me. I don't have to lower my standard. And that man got to step all the way up to deal with a queen on my level.
Yo.
You are listening.
It's your boy King Marko in the building, here to give y'all some game. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow me on IG, follow me on Twitter. Let's get into it. I don't know what to say about this guy. Seriously. Reverend No Good Jamal Bryant has issued out an apology to Kevin Samuels. Reverend No Good Jamal Bryant then issued out an apology to Kevin Samuels. And it's all because he's receiving a lot of backlash for what he said. Okay, now let's get into what he said. To even consider, to even fix your face, to even say that Kevin Samuels needed a GoFundMe page to pay for his funeral. To pay for his funeral, people? Are you really gonna go with that? Okay. Kevin Samuels needs a GoFundMe page to pay for his funeral. It's laughable. Okay. It really is. Okay. Okay. He shouldn't even have said that. He just lied on the pulpit. Told a flat out lie. You know damn well Kevin Samuels don't need no fucking GoFundMe page to pay for his funeral. That man was clearing thousands upon thousands of dollars every time he showed up on the microphone. That's fact. You can just go to his page. You just go watch his 2-hour shows, his 3-hour shows, and see how many people had donated money to Kevin Samuels. And when I say money, I ain't talking no $5 either. I'm talking 100, 200 here, 100 there, 150 there. Kevin Samuels was getting to the money, y'all. I'm sorry. He got enough money to bury himself. Worst case scenario. Okay. He don't need no funeral. You don't need no GoFundMe page to bury himself. This man was buying Rolex watches and all kind of shit. Everything he bought was expensive. Okay. You could just go into his house, and if you was just hard up for cash and just sell everything he had, he got enough money to bury himself. Worst case scenario. But a GoFundMe page, cut it out. Jamal Bryant was foul for even saying something like that. You know good and doggone well that's true. Kevin Samuels probably makes more money than Jamal Bryant. Believe it or not. He's sitting there talking about a guy that makes more money than him on a daily basis. Kevin Samuels is online every day of the week, clearing thousands of dollars. That's just from donations. Forget his YouTube streams and what he was getting for that. I'm just talking donations alone. Okay, so let's cut that bullshit out saying that, oh, Kevin Samuels was broke as a joke. Shit. I doubt it. Seriously doubt it. He died at a point where he was at his highest point financially. Financially, he was pretty good. He was well off. Okay, so let's cut that out. Okay, now Jamal Bryant, I can tell you why he doing all this bullshit. Okay, I can easily tell you why he doing all this bullshit. Okay, and Jamal Bryant is only doing this shit to appease his congregation. Okay, I'm willing to bet, and I don't even know the numbers, but I'm willing to bet at least 70% of his congregation are females. I'm willing to bet that. Then everybody else sitting front row, laughing and giggling. Okay, laughing and giggling were female. So so Jamal Bryant is basically doing all this shit to get some more money. Okay, he's a religious shill. That's just what he is. He catering to the people that's in his crowd. Okay, and this would be all good if he was an entertainer. If he was a singer, a rapper, or something like that, yeah, you got to appease to your crowd for sure. But when you're a preacher, you can't appease to your crowd. You got to keep it all the way real. You got to be true to what you are. You can't just say shit just to be saying shit. And this is why men don't go to church. And Kevin Samuels spoke about that. He spoke about how, the preachers of today are catering to women. He spoke about that. And that's another reason why Jamal Bryant didn't like Kevin Samuels. Because he was airing out the church, and how they operate. And that's the main reason why Jamal Bryant couldn't stand him. Most black preachers, especially mega church preachers, they couldn't stand Kevin Samuels. Couldn't stand him. Because he was getting more attention from females than they were. That's fact. Okay? That is fact. Kevin Samuels was getting more attention from females than him. And he was probably bringing in more money than them too. Okay? And he ain't had to kiss no ass. He ain't gotta say all the right things to them. He was dogging them straight, telling them straight to their face. Well, he was telling everybody straight to their face, but primarily women that watched this show, he was basically telling them straight to their face that they weren't worth nothing and they need to step their game up. And people were giving him thousands upon thousands of dollars every stream. And them black preachers like Jamal Bryant, okay, couldn't stand him. Okay. That's why he couldn't stand it. That's why he threw that shot out there. He was waiting for it. They see all of what he said would have been cool if Kevin Samuels was alive. See, he sat out there and did a punk move and said all this shit when he ain't here to defend himself. But he should have said this shit months ago. Straight up. Should have said it months ago, but he didn't. This man's in the ground. This man ain't even in the ground yet. And he throwing shots at a dead man. You can't throw shots at a dead man, pastor. What kind of pastoring you do? You supposed to take the high road. What he did was take the low road. He shouldn't even have said nothing about Kevin Samuels. But since women was clapping and celebrating Kevin Samuels' death, he felt that it was cool to take a shot, and he wouldn't get much backlash. But this is why black men don't go to church. This is why you've seen a major reduction of black men going to church. And I can guarantee you, if they keep on going on like Jamal Bryant is going on, I guarantee you this: churches will close. They are already showing that churches are closing. They're closing at an all-time high right now. It's fact. You go look it up. Black churches are closing. And it's because that they carrying on this rhetoric that only appeases women. That's what it is. Okay? That's what I see. Church is gonna have to change. Church can't survive without men in there. Okay? They can't. They haven't been. They're not going to. They think women is going to donate all their money to the church, and you got another thing coming. You need men to keep the church alive. You can't survive with just women. You need men in there. And if men ain't dropping no cash off to the church, then it ain't gonna make no money. Church is a dying business. That's what I see. Jamal Bryant really ain't got no room to talk no way. Because Kevin Samuels, even though he's an asshole and he says all the things that people don't want to hear, you know what? He ain't got a whole bunch of kids out of wedlock. Kevin Samuels only got one child. Okay, that's it. He only got one child that has his last name in the world. Jamal Bryant, on the other hand, okay, Jamal Bryant, man, that dude got about 5 kids. He got like they say he got 5 kids, but some people even say he got like damn 8 or 9 kids, man. He done had all kind of kids out of wedlock, man. That boy was running rampant out here on these streets. This boy was living life like LL Cool J. Straight up. He like LL Cool J of the 80s and shit. How he was running. And this dude is a preacher. But they get mad. They give him a pass. That's what's wrong with women today that I don't like about women. They sit there and crucify Kevin Samuels for telling the truth. But guys like Jamal Bryant, he can have outside children, do all kind of shit, live life of a rapper or an R&B singer, and nobody says nothing. They still jumping for joy and clapping and saying, yes, preacher, preach on. But he got outside kids and everything, man. This ain't no dude to be listening to. I wouldn't be listening to him. I don't know what women thinking where they can just listen to this dude and he got outside kids. He ain't living nothing like the good book says. Nothing. He's supposed to be having all these outside kids. Back in the day, they used to ridicule guys like him. That guy couldn't preach no more if they found out he had kids outside the marriage. Man, he still got his own congregation and he ain't even married. This man ain't even married, man. And he a preacher. This is why the church is all messed up. That's why the church ain't worth nothing no more. Okay, one, they all they is power. They power hungry, money hungry, and all they got too much lust in their system. That's what the problem is, and men know it. Men look at him and say he ain't nothing but a crook. He just dressed nice to be. He just dressed too nice to be for anything to make you to give that illusion that he's a good guy. But all in all, he's a crook, and men see right through him. Women have a hard time deciphering a crook, especially when he got on a suit. And that's fact. Okay, Jamal Bryant had on some jeans with a hoodie and some Jordans. He'd be just like the rest of the niggas. But since he got on a suit, they've been blinded. And since he talk nice and he don't say no cuss words, he's a good man. But at the end of the day, he's a devil like everybody else. Okay, he ain't no ain't nothing special about this dude. Okay, ain't nothing special. So I ain't surprised that he threw a shot at a dead man. I'm not surprised at all. This guy right here is out of control. Straight up. Straight up. AB, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, this ain't nothing. I'll tell you that right now. Jamal Bryant, he's a loser. Throw him in under the bus like this. You ain't supposed to talk about a dead man, Pastor. Moving forward, I want y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. It's your boy, King Marko. I'm signing out.